Hello. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. The reason I've joined in 3 or 4 minutes early. So please do give me feedback that you can hear me on the session. Awesome. And now you can see me as well, hopefully. Can you see me now? My camera was turned the other way, that's why you couldn't see me. Sneaky little way of making sure I made a dramatic entrance to this very special Insta Live for the Patriots pitch. Aha! I guess I'm under pressure even at the very start, because I see the vice captain of the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots has joined us for the session. Now I am under tremendous pressure. Dinesh Ramdin is on the show. He's of course not going to be our guest for Insta Live. He's just going to keep an eye on everything that happens in his franchise. That's what a good captain and vice captain does. So you can give us a wave, Dinesh, if you're there and you can hear me. See, I'm wearing the jersey as well. Yeah, you bet CPL is the best. And it's going to show the way to the rest of the world. Because, of course, the good news is that CPL is happening. There's no other league in the world that's happened yet in this environment. We've got a test match happening. And guess who that involves? It involves the West Indies. And who's won the first test match? It's the West Indies. So you can see that they've really shown the way for world cricket as far as this environment is concerned. And it's... Yes, Niranjan, so am I a big fan of the CPL. That's why I keep going back year after year. And I'm glad CPL has me back year after year. So it's good to have everyone coming in for our session, which is due to start technically in about a minute or two's time. But I wanted to make sure that I was audible, visible, and also keep an eye on all the people who were joining in. Yeah, sure. I will invite him. When he is allowed to play, we shall invite him. I'm very well. Sakibul, I'm assuming you could possibly be from Bangladesh. If you are, please confirm that. It's wonderful to have such an international family that goes to CPL year after year and join all that fabulous West Indian talent that is just coming out of every corner. And the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots are uncle. Oh dear Lord. I'm sorry, I'm going to get this guy. Niranjan, you're going to be kicked off this, if it's possible to kick things off. But Shakibul, you're from India. I don't know, I was just being stereotypical. Someone just called me uncle. Do I look like an uncle from any... Anyway, just to introduce myself, since I am coming, of course, from the SKN Patriots handle, I am, of course, Gautam Bhimani. I'm a presenter and commentator at CPL, and it's been fun being there the last few years, and it's the one part of the year which I look forward to every single year. And as I said, we're so glad that CPL this time is happening, and it's the first league in the world that's going to be bringing cricket back. And today we are going to have a very special guest. No, don't be sorry, it's okay, enough people have called me uncle. My son calls me uncle sometimes because I travel so much around the world that when I come back after 3 months after being on the road, he calls me uncle. So yeah, we're ready to see Cottrell. I can see you ready to see Cottrell. You don't want to hear me anymore. Alright, mate. I just had a word with the good man. He's just saluting a few friends and he will be on very soon. Which team does Virat Kohli want to play for in the CPL, you mean? It's up to him. Whenever he gets permission from the good cricket board to be part of CPL, it's already the biggest party in sport. It's already the place to be, and I think everyone wants to be there. Fans us broadcasters, all of you out there. It's the ultimate cricketing family. And when you talk about the families, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, this is the Patriots pitch. And we're delighted after having heard from the captain, Riyad Emrit, the vice captain, Dinesh Ramdin, who I've had the pleasure of interviewing many times, and he was the first person to join in this chat, so I hope he's still around there. Vice skipper, don't go anywhere because you need to keep an eye. I saw Navneet mentioning and saying hi to Fabian. I probably missed seeing that he joined there. So Fabian, if you have joined us, come on, give us a little wave or put your hand up so I know you're there. And I promise you we're going to get the rock star, the man with the salute, Sheldon Cottrell, as one of so many stars that are going to be part of this year's St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots franchise. As I said, it's not because I'm wearing the jersey or because I have friends who are in the team. It's always tough to, as a broadcaster, you're supposed to be neutral, but you have to have your few soft spots. And for me, I've had soft spots in the IPL, obviously, for the Kolkata Knight Riders because that's where I'm from. But when it comes to the CPL, it has to be the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots because it's a wonderful part of the Caribbean. It's a beautiful island, St. Kitts and Nevis. And of course, the most rocking bunch of players, owners, support staff, everybody who runs it. It just makes for a great family. Which again is not to say that the others don't have great families. I've got friends everywhere. And Salute Cottrell has joined us, and we're going to get him. I can see he's on the chat right now, so he's listening to everything we're saying. But you don't want to hear me go on rambling. You want to hear from him. Yes, I know Cottrell is here. Never fear, Cottrell is here, and we're going to get him on very shortly. So either I'm going to wait for him. He's the best bowler in the West Indies, also the best bowler, if you want to do that. I know when we type, all sorts of stuff comes out. Never know what's going to be said. But yeah, he's on there. Let him just settle in, because not always does he like the new ball. You know, I mean, you got to ask Riyad Emrit this. So let me try and just get Salute Cottrell. And we shall be able to hear him and see him very, very shortly. There he is! Sheldon Cottrell, we got to start with a salute. That's absolutely brilliant to have you.
Yeah.
Look, it's the first time we'll be wearing the same jersey, even though I'm no part of the Patriots on the field, but I'm so much a part of the family that I'm proud to wear the jersey and join you. Welcome, mate.
Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's great to have you, and everyone's been waiting for you. About 3 or 4 minutes before you joined, they were getting tired of listening to me, and they were like, bring on Cottrell, bring on Cottrell. And I told them, I said, listen, Riyad Emrit is the captain of the Patriots this year. He loves the new ball himself. He's not going to give Cottrell the new ball every time to bowl the first over. So you've got to sort that out with the skipper, by the way.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter because I've been working on my craft, not to only bowl the new ball, but the whole ball inside the power play wherever I'm needed. So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
you got to love that. You got to love someone who works on his craft, because I remember the first interview that I did with you was at the Brian Lara Stadium, and it was a day when there was so much dew around, and you picked up 3 or 4 wickets, and I said, listen, Sheldon, we want to see the salute, we want all the drama, but I want you to answer me a serious question. How do you bowl with a bar of soap? And you said it doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, us cricketers, we practice with the wet ball, to tell you the truth. So you dip the ball you put the ball in a bucket of water, take it out without drying it off, none at all, and just bowl with it. So it's something that we try and get used to, because we know what T20 cricket is like with the dew and all the stuff. So yeah, all you got to do is just turn it cross seam, dry it as much as possible, turn it cross seam. But I mean, even with that, I remember that time you asked me, it was more slippery than a bar of soap, to tell you the truth.
It was. I had actually, I among many other things I do at CPL, they keep sending me out to do a due report for television, live television.
Mm.
And I keep trying to find newer ways of doing it. And there was one time I actually got myself a bar of soap from the hotel in Trinidad. And I said, okay, let me see what it feels like. And I just couldn't hold it. It kept slipping. And I said,
Yeah.
guys, this is the reason they call it that. Top cricketers practice this art because they've got to hold on to it. And I think it's absolutely fabulous. But I want to take you back in time. Obviously, no one can miss the beautiful Jamaican accent. But you know, whether you're playing for the Patriots or not, you are very much from Jamaica. And take us back. I mean, we take for granted that everyone knows all sorts of trivia. Take us back to the time when India were playing the West Indies in a game in Jamaica, and you were actually working not as a cricketer, but as the very reason why we have you doing the salute.
Yeah, I could. I remember that like it was yesterday. It was my first time being around a international team, to tell the truth, whether West Indies or India or whatever. Um, I was on pitch guard and at that time, and I was there standing at ease and looking around and just seeing the fans, seeing the crowd, um, seeing a couple of I think it was Ishan Sharma, one of the bowlers, bowling in the middle. I'm like, damn, this is me. Like, I belong. I belong. At that point, I remember saying to myself, I want to be here. Like, it feels so good. Everything was so. It came so natural. I'm like, yo, okay, I want to be here. So from that moment, I knew like my fate was sealed. Like my um it's like nature was getting me prepared for what to come. So yeah.
But did you honestly believe? I mean, there are a lot of stories we hear of net bowlers who, you know, impress somebody and they go on to play for a maybe a domestic team and then go on to international cricket. But here you were doing pitch guard. You were literally with the army and aspiring to be in the West Indies team, and not only with the West Indies team in the CPL, biggest party in sport. You're a rock star around the world. I mean, there was a lot of hard work involved. It was not just telling the world that come and conspire for me.
No, honestly, there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and there still has been. Um, Still have been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But at that point, it's like you have to work probably twice as hard for just for you to get noticed. Um, yeah, I put in a lot of work behind the scene, um, bowling hours and hours, um, injuries, overcoming injuries, and in the West Indies, in Jamaica for one, if um if you're on regular bowler, like no name bowler, and you get injured, you're all by yourself. You gotta be your own physio, you gotta be your own doctor, you gotta be your own masseuse, you gotta do everything by yourself. So I mean, I've been through all that, and just to see where I'm at now, I'm very much pleased.
So there's a question actually. It was a question I was going to ask, but one of our fans, Samish, has asked the question: when are we going to see you in tests? So I'm going to ask you in the two-part question. Firstly, your reaction to the fact that your colleagues in the Maroon in the West Indies have gone to England and not only played the first test match to show the world that cricket can be played now, but also gone and beat the English in their backyard.
Yeah, the boys. I think the boys are very much hungry now. I mean, every cricketer is hungry now for just just to get out on the park. I think the boys did like a fantastic job. I mean, I couldn't I wouldn't say that I didn't expect it because I know what type of I know the family vibe in the camp. How the boys relate to the coach and the captain. So I never doubted them one bit, but I think they did extremely well, and they're looking they're looking like they're enjoying the game very much, and that's what counts from once you're enjoying it and not being so tense. I mean, yes, you're a professional, yes, it's your job, but from once you stop enjoying the game, I mean, it makes no sense. And West Indies boys looking like they were enjoying every bit of the test match.
Yeah, I think they show the way. But so coming to the second part of the question is, we see you in the maroon. We, of course, love to see you in the green of the Patriots. But is there still a part of Sheldon Cottrell who'd love to be bowling with the red ball and the white flannels?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm a lover of the game. No, yes, I play the game. I'm also a fan, but I actually love the game, and I would love to play red ball, white ball, pink ball, whatever ball there is. But I'm more zoned in and focused now on what's going on for me, which is the white ball, the shorter version. So I'm more zoned in on that right now. If the red ball opportunity comes along, probably later on down the line, I'm gonna give it 120% still because I love the game. I know nothing else than to give over 100%. Well, as I cross the rope. So if that opportunity comes, I will take it. I will relish it because it's one more chance for me getting to showcase my talent, to show the world what I have, and just to have some fun.
And I can tell you that's the reason, that combination of what you just said, somebody who's a fan, who loves the game and gives 120%. That's one of the reasons why the Patriots, and I think it's very appropriate that someone who's been in the army, who has the salute, should be playing for a franchise called the Patriots, because you're a true Patriot. Tell us about the vibe in the Patriots camp. I mean, I have maybe a bias towards it, and I love the folk there. Tell us about the vibe in the whole Patriots team, which is, of course, led by the likes of yourself.
I mean, it's it's like a family, regardless. I mean, we had everyone know that we had some differences last year, but we still came together with I mean, in any family you're gonna have differences, but at the end of the day, we came together, we talked about it, we understood each other even more at that point. So, but overall, the vibes is like, um, honestly, it's all smiles when we see each other. Smiles. If um if one guy did, I mean, it's cricket. You're not gonna do well every day. I mean, we will cheer up that guy, whether win, lose, or draw. We're more of a family vibe, to tell you the truth. We're the mass players that the senior players that have been there at Patriots. We're used to each other. So when we come together, we like catch up, whatever. But when it's time for business, we get down to work, we get serious. And when it's time to kick our feet up, it's time to kick our feet up. So I think that's one of the reason why Patriots has built over the years, because we're coming from what, last place, and then we slowly build our thing. So I think because of the family vibes, getting to know each other, we relax around each other. When it's work, it's work. When it's time to kick your feet up and joke about stuff.
And I know you've got a few characters in the team. I did notice that the vice captain Dinesh Ramdin, who's going to be a new addition to the Patriots this year, he was on the chat at some point. I'm not sure if he's still there, but it's good to have a few folks from different islands. New, he's got so much experience that he brings to the party. Emirates, of course, has been there before, but to have someone new like Ramdin come in will add a different perspective to it.
Yeah, most definitely. I've always looked up to Ramdin, call him Shappy. He has been um a good friend of mine. Like, we talk, we joke. I mean, he's a very jovial person. If you don't know him, you may think that he's quiet, he's soft spoken, but he's a very jovial person if you get to know him. Yeah, him coming in the team with his experience. I mean, me myself looking forward because he's gonna be behind the stumps. So I'm even me as a senior person, I'm willing to take pointers from him behind the stumps, especially with his experience and on games that he has played. So I'm really looking forward to play with him, to tell you the truth.
Do you need to have a proper vibe with a wicket keeper? Because in the modern game, there's so many. It's not, we used to think of spinners, but fast bowlers these days have so many variations that you need to have a bit of a vibe with the keeper to let him know that, listen, this is what I'm coming up with. So you think you need to have a little special relationship with him as a keeper as much as vice captain?
I would say somewhat because most of the time the keeper is would be the one directing traffic also. Um, Regardless if they're the vice captain or not. Most times the captain will go over to the keeper and ask him what's up because he's the one behind the stump. He sees what the batsman looking to do and whatever. So yeah, I think it's very it, it it's very much it's good to have a good vibe, good relationship with the wicketkeeper behind the stump. And Ramdin and I are good friends, so I don't think I would have any problems with 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 him behind the stumps.
And of course, you need characters. I mean, you are one of them, but you need a few other ebullient characters in the team. And again, I think Fabian was briefly there at some point in time. Um, uh, is he one of the guys who keeps the dressing room always on its toes, Fabian Allen?
Yeah, most definitely. Fabian is a character by himself. Fabian, he loves to dance, to tell you the truth. So, and once he get dancing, it's like everyone has to pull in and dance with him. He just loves to have fun overall, whether on or off the field. I know Fabian personally, so I can tell you that. So he's crazy, to tell you the truth. On the field, off the field. But one thing though, he always gives it 100%. That I noticed, and that is what got me in success. But when you come on to off the field, if you want an entertainer, check Fabian Allen.
I can tell you, folks, for those of you who may not have followed the CPL as closely, I've worked in every ground in the Caribbean, and the real test of a franchise in a ground is when it rains. And we had a day 2 seasons ago in the CPL when it rained out completely, but not for a moment did the party stop at Warner Park because the players were at it. It was a game against St. Lucia. So
Yeah.
there was, I think, Sammy and people were keeping everyone entertained, but it was the likes of Fabian Allen and all the crowd at Warner Park. Nobody noticed that the game had stopped. The party continued.
I remember that night like it was yesterday though. Like uh, um our boys from think it's Patriots was dancing. Then the camera switch over to Darren Sammy dancing, and we had ourselves no time we had ourselves a dance off, and until the fans start coming. I mean, it was crazy. I myself didn't even realize that the game that the game was going on. Like I was really enjoying it. So
Yeah, I can tell you because it's difficult to cover a game. For television, what generally happens is you have to say, okay, listen, guys, it's raining. We'll bring you an update in an hour's time. We didn't go off. We stayed live. Chris Gale
oh.
came out in his towel. Darren Sammy did a dance off with him. Fabian Allen was on the ground. They were
Hmm.
dancing like crazy. And it did not stop. We were on air for 45 minutes without a
Wait,
ball
didn't
being
didn't
bowled.
Wait, didn't I see you dancing also? You were
Oh
dancing,
yeah,
Gautam. Yeah,
I
I
was
saw you
dancing.
dance.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was dancing too. Oh yeah, that vibe at Warner Park, you cannot stand still. It was brilliant.
I mean, CPL. I mean, CPL is known for the party. I mean, it's the fans. I mean, some of the players are crazy entertainers. So I mean, that's why I enjoy playing. I think that's one of the things that contributed to me being so successful in the CPL. I mean, I when going out in front of pack fans, whether it's Guyana, whether it's Saint Kitts, Jamaica, um, Barbados, or Trinidad. I mean, it's very electrifying to just to hear the fans roaring, whether or not they're supporting the Patriots. Like whenever I salute, I know they're gonna support me. So yeah, that's why I love playing in CPL. and the
And,
Caribbean people, in front
and,
of the
and of
Caribbean
course,
people.
they love you for that. I mean, because the thing is that no matter what flamboyance you have, as you said about Fabian Allen, he might be crazy, he might be a dancer, but he gives everything when he's on the field with bat and ball. You do that as well. There's one more aspect of it, as a bowler who's not necessarily expected to contribute with the bat, you have a third string to your bow, which is your fielding, right? Normally, fast bowlers hide at third man. They're not expected to put in the hard yards. But I can tell you, if you want someone to field for your life, I want Sheldon Cottrell out there. And it's not just that catch you took in the World Cup. I mean, I've always seen you put in everything.
Yeah, most definitely. I've because I know that I'm not that talented with the bat, right? So I can't be the one who only comes with one aspect of the game. Yeah, you have to have two or you have all three. I'm not that talented with the bat, so I said to myself, I gotta work even harder on my feeling. Yeah, so I've put in a lot of work behind the scene when it comes down to feeling. I one of the main points is I enjoy it. While feeling drills, I can tell you this: most most cricketers do not enjoy feeling drills. To tell you the truth, I enjoy, I relish it. To tell you, I always pick on someone to compete against while doing my feeling drill. I think that's what got me better. Whether it's finishing the drill with 100% catches, or we debate about who return the ball better over the stump, stuff like that. And the thing is, we mark ourselves really hard. So if it's 3 inches to the left, we're gonna be like, oh, damn, that's not a good show. So we mark ourselves hard. So I think that's what gotten my feeling to where it is now.
Yeah, I hope Simon Helmut is listening because if he needs an assistant fielding coach,
Yeah.
he's turning to. Sheldon Cottrell's going to be in charge of all your drills, mate. But we've got a lot of questions coming in. I'm going to try and bring them in. Navneet has asked a serious question about the obvious debate about saliva. Now we know that saliva has been a part of any fast bowler using it. Yes, it's more applicable with the red ball, maybe not so much with the white. But do you see a challenge as a fast bowler yourself in the post-COVID era with these restrictions in place?
Um, no, me personally, no, I haven't seen a problem with it because me personally, I hardly use saliva on the ball because I'm a fast bowler, so I'm gonna be sweating. So I use my sweat most of the time. But I mean, it shows in the first test in England. I mean, the bowlers on both teams were superb, and they didn't look like they have a problem not using saliva. So I wouldn't think it would be a problem in the longer run if it stands. It's just something where we gotta work with. I mean, cricket is an evolving game, so it's a it you gotta welcome changes.
Now, Sheldon, we've got several people who are not just cricket fans, but we've got somebody here from Kachu Travels. They are into cricket big time. I know I've chatted with him before, but he's also essentially into travel. And you cannot think of better travel than if you go to the likes of St. Kitts or even Jamaica, your home island. So if you
Yeah.
had to be asked, what's your favorite holiday destination? For a man who's got Montego Bay in his backyard, who plays for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, how do you find a favorite holiday destination?
Oh, that's a hard one though. Like, how do I find a favorite holiday destination? That's
Yeah,
the
where would
that's
you
the
go?
question.
Yeah,
Where
where would
where
you
would
go?
I go?
For a holiday? Where is Sheldon Cottrell's number one holiday spot?
Honestly, I'm gonna sound so corny, but I mean Jamaica.
That's fine. I love it. A lot of
Yeah,
people say that. Why not? When you live in paradise and you play for a paradise franchise, then why do you need to go any further?
yes, Jamaica, and yes, I would say Saint Kitts. Saint Kitts is super beautiful. Like, what Jamaica is like the complete opposite of Saint Kitts is the complete opposite of Jamaica in the sense. not in the sense of beauty, but in the sense of um relaxedness or fast. Jamaica is much faster than St. Kitts. Like if you go in the streets, you see most people walking like they're in a rush. They're going to they're late for somewhere in Jamaica. In St. Kitts, it's just a relaxed, calm vibe. But when it comes on to here in Jamaica, I mean, oh, it's crazy.
It is. The
It's
vibe's
crazy.
crazy. But make
Yeah.
sure you keep the space up when it comes to the franchise. But what about a favorite ground? I mean, not just in the Caribbean, anywhere in the world. Do you have a favorite ground other than Warner Park?
Other than Warner Park,
Okay, let me put it to you. Other than Warner Park and other than Sabina Park. Go on. I'm gonna take
no,
both your home grounds out.
no, I love Trinidad though. Trinidad and Barbados. I mean, it's up there. I can't choose between either of them. Trinidad and Barbados. I love playing at the Queens Park Oval. To tell you the truth, I've always gotten a result there. Barbados is up there also because I've gotten a lot of success there also. So yeah, Trinidad and Barbados.
Yeah, good choice. I mean, I've been asked this at a few sessions, and coming as a fan slash broadcaster, I'm always at a loss because Trinidad, you can't hear yourself think. So if you've got a little earpiece and I don't have these fancy headphones on, I'm on the field and I've got this little plastic earpiece that's in my ear to listen to everything the director is telling me. And if you're in Trinidad, half the time you're like, is someone talking to me? You cannot hear yourself think. So
Yeah,
it's got to pep you up.
most definitely. Can you imagine being on the field with all that noise and the captain not paying attention and the captain be like they're probably shouting you for minutes so you know but that's the thing with cricketers and cricket in general. You gotta zone in, keep your eyes on the captain, the vice captain and the wicket keeper. Yeah, that's it.
But we just want to get a little more feel of the Patriots for 2020 because everyone is so excited that the CPL is showing the way. It's the first T20 league that's going to be starting up. Obviously, it's going to be in one venue. If nothing changes, it's going to be at the Queen's Park Oval and the Brian Lara Stadium. So, from the Patriots' point of view, maybe a few new names. Riyad Emrit captain, Dinesh Ramdin vice captain. Who are the others that we should look out for this season?
I'm honestly I'm looking forward to playing with to seeing Chrislin and seeing Chrislin back. Ben Dunk have been has played in the CPL before. I think it was the first edition. Yeah, I think it was the first edition. So me and Ben Dunk and I have been somewhat friends. I'm looking forward to Ben Dunk. But I'm really excited about the my fellow Jamaican Dennis Bulai. Yeah, I'm looking for. I've been watching his progress over the years. I've I'm lucky enough to have to have the opportunity to watch him evolve as a cricketer and as a person. So I'm really looking forward, and he's in the Jamaica Defence Force also. So
Does he have a salute? Does he have some kind of a celebration, a la Sheldon Cottrell?
I think he's working on something. So hopefully he'll let you guys see it in the CPL when you get a chance. But I'm really super excited about the team in general though. I think we have a well-rounded team. Um, uh, I've said this in our previous interview before. Um, we're looking for at least to make it to the top four and take it from there. So we're not saying that hey we're gonna blast everybody out and win the CPL. No, we're aiming for the I think or with the team that we have we're aiming for the top four and then take it game by game after that.
Well, I mean, you've obviously you're talking about the experience. You mentioned earlier it's been stepping up season after season, and that's the beauty of it all. Are you glad that Chris Lynn is going to be only facing you or you're going to be bowling to him in the nets and not in the opposition?
Uh, not really. Honestly, not really. I don't have any fear when I'm bowling. Especially I would relish bowling against Chrislin. Getting him out. So no, but somewhat no and yes because he's a wonderful batsman. He's well rounded. He's a very aggressive batsman, and I always watch him play. Um, so I'm just looking forward to being on the same team with him on the bench, watching him smash it around the park.
Have you ever, I mean, everybody I'm sure asks you the same question. And the one thing they always said about the West Indian quicks, and you've obviously grown up seeing the culture of the West Indian bowlers handed down from the likes of Holding and Marshall and Garner and Roberts, and after that Walsh and Ambrose and so many others. The one thing they always said about West Indian bowlers versus others was they never spoke to the batsman. They let the ball do the ball do the talking.
The ball and the target.
Yeah. Is that something that you've embraced yourself?
I think it come natural as a West Indian, as most West Indian bowlers. Um, I'm a type of person. I would give a talk now and then. Let's say if I'm bowling against uh one of my friends off the field, like I would give him talk.
Give us
But
give us an example. Come on. Who's one friend you've bowled to, and what have you said to him?
um, let's say I'm bowling to a Russell, and
That's a good
and
example.
yeah, and a ball and it swing so hard and it just went to long off or long on. I'll go over to him. "Oh, what happened? Is your hand break? You can't lick six anymore? Huh? Or I would say that hey, you jiggy jiggy last night or something like that. So 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 just some little stuff. But I mean sometimes it get real heated though. The way where I would honestly I would every cricket I would curse. But I mean as a bowler it's frustrating. It can be frustrating at times, but it's it's just to keep a cool head. Um, know what you're saying because there's cameras, microphone all around you. But just keep it professional. Yeah. But most times I'm the silent type of person. Like I will stare you down. I will look at you like and then just turn back to my
Yeah,
ball.
I've seen the look, and I think that's something that we often love seeing from you. And but it's good to have that vibe. I mean, so many people look at, say, a Bravo and Pollard, and if you see them in the middle of a cricket game, you'd be like they're the worst of enemies, and you have to
Hmm.
keep reminding people they're the best of friends. But when they get onto that field, you wouldn't know that.
Most definitely. Because when if I'm playing against my friend, that's when if I used to give it a 110%, like I'm gonna crank it up to 150 because I don't want you to hit my ball for six because I'm not gonna hear the last of that. So yeah, that's when I play harder when I'm bowling against my friends. To tell you the truth.
There's somebody here who's got more of a number than a name. I know cricketers love their numbers. SS9782 434, and he says, "Hello, please take my name." He's got more digits on his name than anything else. So what are we supposed to do? Talk numbers, mate. Give us your real name. Sheldon and I will both mention your name. But yeah, we've got another friend of ours, Rajkumar Chaudhary, who says, "Please tell Sheldon to say hi and give us a salute." He's going to get tired of saluting. So when we end this little chat, promise you, he's gonna salute everybody to finish off with. Oh, your name is Mayank. Okay, we sorted that out. SS972434 is called Mayank. So Sheldon, you got to say hi to Mayank.
Hey man, salute man.
There you
I
go. You
wanna
got a salute as well.
I wanna say hi to all the fans from India. I see the requests coming in. I am from India. I am from Delhi.
Oh, there are loads of fans from India, and obviously, I
Yeah.
know we're talking about the CPL, but it's inevitable that there will be enough people asking you about heading to the northern part of India. I live in Delhi, so you're going to be playing for a franchise up north. So maybe you should do a little sneaky hi wearing the Patriots t-shirt to your Punjab fans.
Yeah, all my Kings 11 Punjab fans just looking forward to meet you all. If everything goes well, I will be there. But before then, stay tuned with the CPL.
Yeah, that's the
It's gonna be
biggest.
crazy.
It's the biggest party in sport, and the CPL are very generous. It's not that anyone would tell me, listen, Sheldon Cottrell's on the show, tell him not to mention Punjab. No such thing. We love the entire cricketing world.
Cricket,
People are
yeah, that.
talking about getting Virat Kohli to play in the CPL. I'm sure he'd love to
Oh.
play, but hey, he doesn't have the permission yet. So maybe when Sheldon Cottrell gets there, he can influence KL Rahul to come. At least he'll be on the same team.
Yeah, I'll say, Kale, come, let's go. We're going to St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots.
Yeah, yeah, and they would love to come. I can tell you, all on and off the record, every Indian cricketer wants to be there. And maybe the day will come when we've got one coming, Praveen Tambe, young Praveen Tambe playing for the Trinbago Knight Riders, all of,
Yeah.
what, 40, 45? I don't even know. I've lost track. He's so young.
Yeah, but I mean, just looking forward to playing the CPL now, to play for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. You know, I mean, I've been with them for like what 6 years now, so I'm really looking forward.
What do you think? I mean, we've come a full circle. When we started this chat, you talked about the vibe in the team. What's the one thing you think, apart from the beautiful island, Warner Park, the one thing that really makes the Patriots the franchise that they are? Is it the family atmosphere?
I think I wouldn't say one thing though. I would say the yes, it is a family atmosphere, but I mean the love from the St. Kitts people. When you go out, I mean everyone will be like, "Ah, all the best today, good game, all the best. If you did well, good game today. But if you don't do well, they will be like, ah, good luck next time. They're so friendly, so warm. So it's a combination, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's what I've noticed myself in the stands. Whenever I've been there, and obviously everyone wants the team to win and they're screaming and shouting. But if it gets to the last 2 overs and the opposition have 2 runs to win, no one's going to be leaving. They're like, the party's
Yes.
just starting. They're going to come back and win in 2 days' time. Let's just enjoy the party for now.
Yeah, most definitely, and that's what I love about them. Even though they're disappointed, but then again they love you still. They show you love. So it's like good luck next time, better next time, and that's what Saint Kitts people. And when you talk about party, they love party.
Oh, I mean, the party stand at Warner Park is like no other. I mean, I know Queen's Park Oval is loud. I know Providence in Guyana can be loud. But for an intimate ground, every single person feels part of the party there.
Yeah, every single person. I mean, even after our last game last season, we did a walk around the park, telling the fans thank you, and it was crazy. Like no one had left the ground. The ground was extremely packed still, waiting for us just to say goodbye. I mean, that's thank you for you.
We've got somebody, cousin Jam, who's asking who's your role model. It was a question I wanted to ask you. Have you had a role model growing up? Do you still have one?
Yes, I had. Um, growing up, it was Courtney Walsh, and I grew up on watching Courtney Walsh playing bowling fast. He's also a Jamaican, so he was my role model then. But growing up, I became close friends with Marlon Samuels. To tell you the truth, even though he's I would say that in my age, in my era, in my age group, but he's a perfect he's a perfect role model. To tell you the truth, I've had the chance to play with him a couple of times. He has shown me a lot of things. Even though he's a batsman and I'm a bowler, we always have competition in the nets, and I always look forward to the competition. So yeah, yeah, he is my role model up to this date. He is my role model, just and also not only cricketing wise, but and he's my he was my co-worker to my friend, and then he became family. So yeah.
All right, but before we wrap up, I want to. Hopefully, you would have been told about this. I'm going to throw you a little challenge before we finish, and that's to get, if not the entire 11, to get names of who you would consider to be part of the all-time CPL 11, as well as an all-time West Indian 11. So even if you don't think you want to rattle off the entire 11, give us the key names and it'll give us an idea of what you're talking about. So let's start with the CPL 11. What do you think is, and you can, we very much want Sheldon Cottrell to be part of it.
Yeah, most definitely. Chris Gayle as captain, Evan Lewis opening. Um, I would let that what's his name from the Talawa keeper.
Oh,
Talawa
you mean
keeper.
the New Zealander,
Yeah,
Glenn Phillips.
Glenn Phillips at three. This is harder than I thought.
It is hard. It's very hard. Trust me. That's why we left it for last. And I said, are you sure you've told Sheldon that he has to do this? Because if you ask me, I'd be like, sorry, I'm not answering that. Because
Yeah,
you would have to leave a lot of your friends out.
yeah. I have no problem. I'm very honest. And my friends know this. I'm very honest. I will have me as the opening bowler.
Oh, excellent.
Uh,
We love that. We love that.
yeah, I would have Pollard as Pollard would have to bowl his four for me though. I would have Narayan as a spinner.
There,
How much that?
Sheldon, if
Six.
Pollard has to bowl four for you, he'd have to be the captain as well.
No, Chris Gayle is the captain. I'll have Dwayne Bravo.
All right.
I'll have Dwayne Bravo. I will have to fit Dwayne Smith in it also. Because
Oh, the
he's a
doctor comes in.
powerhouse.
All right.
Yes, he's a powerhouse. Um, how much I hit? We have eight.
Yeah, you've got
Uh,
eight.
uh,
We don't have a keeper yet.
yes, we have Glenn Phillips.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Phillips is
sorry.
going. Yeah,
Yeah,
Glenn
keeper.
Phillips is
Right,
gonna
done.
keep.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I would have a. I don't know.
I think you need another.
I
I
would
mean,
have
who's
a
going to open
Riyadh.
with you?
I would have a Riyadh Emirates in the
Yeah,
team.
that's you got to say it to keep your captain happy.
Yeah, no, I would have. I mean, no, no. Is CPL record speak for itself though? To
Fair
tell you
enough.
the truth.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Um, that's nine. I need another batsman. I need a middle order batsman. Oh my God, I'll have a Andre Russell. How can I forget Russell?
Yeah, yeah. Dre Russ. I mean, just because you
Yeah,
sledged him doesn't mean you can't put him in the team.
yeah,
Absolutely, Dre Russ.
yeah. How much is
And
that?
you still have room for him. You've taken a lot of West Indians, which is good, but you can have up to four foreigners if you want to. So
Mm.
you can still put in, if you want.
Yeah, I would put in
You've got the
Monroe.
likes of Chris Snell.
I'll put in Monroe.
Yeah, Colin Munro. And how about a leg spinner to finish with?
I'll put in Shamsi, of course.
Yeah, Tabraiz Shamsi. Well done. That looks like a
Yeah,
good team.
yeah.
That's an excellent team, and it's not a coincidence there are a lot of Patriots in there. So that just shows that they've been
It is.
amazing
It is.
franchise. Yeah. And to finish with, what about your all-time West Indian limited overs 11? Courtney Walsh obviously in there,
um.
so we know that.
Yeah. Courtney Walsh. Two. I I like Andy Roberts. Two fast bowlers. I'll go with a three sprung pace attack. I'll throw in Curly Ambrose in it also. Um, Sunil Sunil Narayan, one of the spinners. Uh, Dennis Ramden keeping though. I'll have Dennis Ramden keeping.
Whoa, well
Um,
done. By the way, just to interrupt you, we've got a lot of people on the chat who've been saying you left Fabian Allen out of your all-time CPL 11, and they're very upset. I'm not sure if it's Fabian himself saying it, but yeah.
no, it's not saying that. But Fabian, all right. Um,
He can be the 12th man. He can carry drinks, he can dance, and he
No,
can come in every time.
He'll definitely be in my 15-man squad though.
Fair enough. All right. So you've got Ramdin, Narayan, Ambrose, Roberts, and Walsh. You need someone, the opening batsman. You've got the likes of Greenwich,
Yeah,
Haynes, Richards.
I would go for. I mean, Chris Gayle has to be in any one of those all-time squads.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I can tell you, Fabian Allen is here. He's on the chat. He's laughing his head off now. Come on, Fabian. He's put you in the 15. Don't be upset. You're in the 15. Chill. Relax.
Like, if you ask me this the next 3-4 years from now, Fabian Allen is probably gonna be my first pick if he consider going on what he's consider doing what he's doing. So
well done, Fabian. Come on, Sheldon's talking to you. All right, you've got Gayle, Sir Viv. I've put him in on your behalf.
Gayle, yeah, Sir Viv, Garden Greenwich. How much is that? 8?
Yeah, you've got 8. So you probably need a few more. You've got 3 bowlers. You've got Sunil Narayan. You want one more spinner. You're okay with your quick bowlers?
Yeah, I'm okay with the quicks. This one is super hard though.
Yeah, well, good one. Kachu Travels reminds you a chap called Brian Charles Lara.
Yeah, thank you.
BCL, we got a legend.
The legend, yes. I'll have the
Yeah, he's not just a good golfer.
Yeah, I would have and you can't fault me for calling names closer to my era, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would have Shanda Paul in it also. Shiv Narayan, Shanda Paul, just to hold up the middle.
You've got one more player left. You've got Gayle, Greenwich, Chandapal, Viv Richards, Lara, Ramdin, Narayan, Ambrose, Roberts, and Walsh. One more name. What a team that is. That's why the West Indies are where they are.
Yeah.
If you don't say anything in 5 seconds, I'm putting Fabian Allen down.
I don't know. I don't know the other one. I was looking for an all-time all-rounder though.
Well, I don't think there's any restriction. You can go back to Sir Gary Sobers. I mean,
Gary Sobers, yeah. Oh,
why not?
Yeah. If there's not I'll go back to Sir Gary.
That team would beat any team in the world, as would be your CPL 11. So, provided you've got Fabian Allen as 12th man. He's very upset. He's now come to terms with the fact that he's in the 15. Fabian, I'm going to ask you this question before I let Sheldon go. If you remember the dance-off at that game in Warner Park, say something now on chat, if you're still listening to us. Come on, mate, because you were in the center of it. Yeah, we've got a lot of names being thrown out, by the way, in terms of Shimron Hetmeyer, who would be a good contender. Jason Holder would be a good contender. So
I mean, why I didn't mention? If you look at some of the guys that I've mentioned, it's guys who have done it and been doing it. So you got to take that in consideration. I mean, Jason Holder is a fantastic cricketer. Shimron, Blackwood, they're all fantastic cricketers, and they're still doing it. And I mean, who to tell the next 5-10 years from now, someone else is gonna be here, naming them in their all-time 11. So
yeah, it's always a hazard of trying to pick 11 from a team like that. You can forget names. You have to leave some people out, but it's yeah. Of course, we did reply, mate. Mayank, 9782435678, whatever your number is. But yeah, we got everybody in. Marlon Samuels has got enough of a shout out. He's happy to sit out for this one, so it's good. It's been an absolute pleasure. I don't think Fabian Allen he's too embarrassed. He doesn't want to talk about his dancing, just in case we have some footage we're going to put up, which we're not. I promise you, Fabian.
No, Fabian good, man. He's my good mate.
Yeah, right now we've got a fan from Bangladesh joining in to make it as international as it gets, Sadman. So you've got fans from just about everywhere.
everywhere. Hey, sad man.
There you go. Sheldon's a good man. Yes, we're all ready for T20, guys. Someone was watching you take 6 wickets
Yes,
in an ODI the other day.
yes, I am ready for it. I'm
Christian
ready.
Shatri.
Mm.
Cristiano, is it Christian? Christian Shatri. Christian, tell us where you're from. We've got Junior Duncan, who's from Grenada, another beautiful island I have not been to.
We got Wendy's from Barbados. Hi, Wendy. I think I know Wendy, though. Hi, Wendy.
Oh, I'm not getting involved here.
No.
Wendy, you and Sheldon sort this out. It's about time you have some of your mates on the program, but that's fine. Fabian has disappeared, but
yeah, I saw someone saying, "Oh, cute girl is from Florida." I love Florida. Florida is like the tropics. It's all about
it's beautiful.
tropics. Yeah.
South Africa, Lacquer. Christian Shatri is from Jamaica, sir. Jamaica. Your countryman's on.
Jamaica. I saw someone here called me Hulk. You know that Hulk was my first nickname. That was my nickname before, because when I was younger, I was like very chubby, so they gave me the name Hulk. Yeah. So anyone who says Hulk.
Yeah, well built. You don't say chubby. It's well built. You were just well built. That's all. Anguilla. That's another beautiful part of the Caribbean. I mean, it's hard to pick which part is the prettiest. I mean, wow.
From Penwood, that's my high school. That's my school, Penwood High.
Marlon Miller is Jamaican but lives in the Bahamas. That's not a bad choice to go to. Well, there you go. I think we've got everybody telling us where they're from, which has been it's been so much fun.
It feels really good to interact with you guys, though. Like, I mean, without you, there wouldn't be any salute Cottrell. I mean, you guys, the fans are plays a significant role in a sportsman or athlete career. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep supporting the sport. Keep being a fan. I'm a fan also. I'm a fan of you guys also. So.
I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, we started this Insta Live Patriots pitch by telling everybody that the fact that Sheldon gives 120%, but he's also a fan. He's got passion for the game, and that's what all the fans bring to it. So it's a perfect combination of why the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots completely rock, why Sheldon Cottrell rocks, and why it's been absolutely fantastic having you on there. You took out the challenge of picking the all-time West Indian 11, the all-time CPL 11, and also made sure the fans had so much fun.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I was just checking my watch. It's maybe 2.5 weeks till I board a flight to come to the Caribbean, and I'll be seeing you up close.
All right, looking forward to see you, man.
Yeah, mate. Stay well, stay safe, keep preparing, and let the Patriots keep rocking. I have to get rid of this jersey for now because I have to stay neutral, but I still love the Patriots. Thank you, Sheldon Cottrell. And popular demand, you have to end with the salute.
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, he's going to do the full thing. He's going to do the walk as well. Perfect. That's the way we love it. You're going to get the full thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yay! With that as well. Brilliant.
All right, you guys take care.
Thank you, Sheldon Cottrell. Love you lots. Patriots love you. We'll see you soon in the Caribbean CPL 2020.
All right, thanks for having me. See you.
Thank you, guys. Sheldon Cottrell has left. Thank you all for being a wonderful audience. Time for me to leave as well to say a big shout out to the Patriots on this Patriots pitch. We'll have more of that, and of course, lots more coming to you when I make my way to the Caribbean, to Trinidad and Tobago, and bring you CPL 20.